and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. But I want to ask the question today. Can somebody, can anybody tell me who would be a thing? I really want to know. Tell me who would be a thing. I want to know. Can somebody help me? For the Lord, for my master. You know what? My mother and my father, my sister, Lord, my brother. But I want to know who is somebody testify for the Lord. Give me Jesus. I will be about your kindness, about your faithfulness, about your righteousness, about your goodness. I will be a witness. I'll do it for the Lord, for the Master. The storm may rise, and the wind may blow. But whatever you call, look at me, Jesus. I get in a hurry, Father. I want to tell everybody I will be a witness. I'm not ashamed. Welcome, Vnetwork Radio listeners. Welcome to another edition of Vnetwork Radio Music Entertainment Talk with your host, Don Paget. Hey, today we got a wonderful program for you today. We ask you to stay tuned. Stay tuned. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a relative that we are on the air. And today we have a special guest artist with us. And he's all the way from Tupelo, Mississippi. And he's been on with some of the best, the G4, Doc McKenzie, and the Gospel Highlights. He's worked with Lee Williams and the Spiritual QCs and many others. So we want to bring him into the studio. Make sure you share this broadcast. Make sure you share it with the neighbor, share it with the relative, share it with your friends, and let them know that Music Entertainment Industry Talk from Vnetwork Radio is on the air. All right, without further ado, we're going to bring in Mr. Tim Frierson, all the way from Tupelo, Mississippi, and he is in the studio right now. How you doing, Doc? How are you?
All right, all is well, Brother Donald.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, it's a blessing, to have you come here on the Vnetwork Radio, Music Entertainment Industry Talk. You have been doing a lot in the gospel music industry. Your music has gone all over the world, and I'm telling you, you've been doing a lot of touring in the gospel music industry. And man, I'm telling you, and you got this new project out, Tim Frierson, and I want to show everybody who will be a witness. That's taking the nation by storm and taking the world by storm. All right, Doc. Hey, welcome to Vnetwork Radio, man. It's a pleasure having you today.
Yes, sir. Glad to be a part of your show. Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, man, you've got a vault of music, man, and you work with numerous of artists in the gospel music industry. Tell us, man, how did you get your start in the gospel music industry?
Well, started some 20 years ago. I started with the group here in Tupelo. The first group I was in was called the Sons of Light. The founder of that group was a good friend of mine. We went to school together. brother Chris Parks, and another guy named Lamar Mabry. They got me started in the quartet industry.
Mm-hmm.
But my first mentor of the gospel industry, or my first cousin, he's a reverend now. He's a pastor, Reverend Patrick Whitfield. He's the founder of the group. He's the founder of the New Converted Voice, and he started me in the quartet. Yes, sir.
All right. And I just want to give a shout out to so many that the friends and out there in TV and radio land. And we have Sandra Busby, who is a national recording artist. Sandra Busby, and we have Evangelist Jewel Taylor is in the house, and so many others are just already. I'll tell you already sending us messages yeah, and the chat room is blowing up. I'm watching all the messages that coming in, and they're showing the love for you, man. Yes. Tell us about the new project that you have and why you decided to record this particular project.
Well, the new release that I have out now is titled "Who Will Be a Witness," and it's a very familiar song in the quartet industry. It was recorded some years ago for some guys, Mighty Sons of Glory, out of California, and
I remember.
And as a kid, I remember listening to it on the airwaves, and I said, when the pandemic hit, I said, I'm gonna reach out to these guys and see if I could put my twist on it. And I did. I reached out to Brother Lagon, and he told me to knock myself out with it. He told me to go for it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, this project right here, and with all that we have been through, it gives us determination to say, hey, who will be a witness? For my Lord. And I'm telling you, how many witnesses we got here that God brought us out.
Yes, sir.
This pandemic, because some of us could have been, dead and gone with this pandemic, in the gospel music industry, and God, allowed us to to come back, and come back strong with these concerts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it's great. Now, you was just on with G4, Doc McKenzie, and so many others just this past weekend. And you opened up for a lot of different artists, and down through the years, man. Lee Williams, how did you back in the day, you used to tour with Lee Williams, right? And used to open up for them guys, right?
Yes, sir. The group I was in, Determined, which was from here in Tupelo.
Right.
We had the opportunity. Lee Williams, booking manager, he took us on the road with them on several occasions and let us open. And we met a lot of people, and it really helped our music spread all over the country. Yes, sir.
And I'm telling you, and what was it like, just this past weekend? Do you think that quartet is going to get back to where it was? You see what I'm saying? Because
yes.
I mean, with folks coming out to concerts left and right, packing out the stadiums and the halls for concerts and things like that. Now, how was it for you over the weekend?
It was a pretty normal crowd. Yes, sir. It wasn't overcrowded or anything, but it was a nice crowd, and kind of everybody was spaced out. But the people looked like they was hungry for some good singing. They were really enjoying themselves.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I watched some of the video footage of it. I mean, you did your thing out there.
Yes, sir.
And you did numerous projects, and I just want to show everybody the project that you have out, 2021 new material out by Mr. Tim Frierson, and right here that's been going all over the world. Who will be a witness? And I just love that cover right there, Tim. And I just love that cover that you did. who did did you create all your artwork and everything on your cover and determine what you wanted to put on the front?
Yes, sir. I did the design for the shirt and the clothing, but a young lady by Christina Marie of Jackson, Mississippi, she designed it. I told her my idea, and she designed it for me.
All right, all right. Now,
Christina Marie.
yeah, Tina Marie. I want to give a shout out to Tina Marie.
Yes.
She did an awesome job, and of course, you was there and you made sure that it got done.
Oh,
I'll
yes, sir.
tell you, great cover. And for this time, tell us, during this pandemic, a lot of artists are kind of sitting back, relaxing. How has it been for you, to be able to release this project during this time? How has it been for you?
Well, the most part of it was faith. You have to stay in tune and have to be connected with God and have faith to keep pushing through these trying times. A lot of groups, and promoters, they wouldn't have concerts. They was kind of scared, but God blessed me to release this project uh, during the pandemic, and it turned out to be a success.
Yes, yes. And I'm Josh. We were talking about and backstage. During these times, everything is all digital right now, and how was it for you to get back in and be able to relate to the fans and for individuals that want to purchase like your music and to like meet them one on one and talk with them? How has it been for you? Right now.
Oh man, I can't explain the feeling of getting back, touching and shaking hands and hugging and just building relationships. It's nothing like in person concerts. Virtue is fine, but there's nothing like the in person and where you can build your relationships and connect and touch base with each other.
Yeah, yeah, and then on a concert, you could get back and you can take those pictures and you can sign those autographs. those, and I'm telling you, man, it's awesome, awesome.
Yes,
I'm glad that you are back and that you are being enthusiastic about your music and because like a lot of artists they like sit back, but now is the time. Now is the time that you gotta make sure that you are working on your craft. Just don't sit down and just sit back and relax during the pandemic, but now is the time. If you haven't released your project, now is the time to get in the studio, start working, start writing your music. And I understand when we talk about writing, you've been doing some writing for other artists.
Oh yeah, yes sir. I have a privilege and opportunity to write for some veterans and some upcoming artists, such as the New Converted Voices. I know you play them on your station here.
Oh yeah.
And also there's a new group on the scene called the Souls of Creation. They make a noise here in the country, and I had an opportunity to write and write for those guys, the Souls of Creation, and be on the lookout for them. They're very nice group out of Tupelo, Mississippi.
And so many Avengers says, "How are you guys?" And so many others have posted out there in the chat. Sandra again says, "Good evening," and good evening, Sandra Busby. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And so many that are out there in the chat room. Yes, we have national recording artist, Mr. Tim Frierson, right here live with us with his new CD project, and who will be a witness. And it's going all across the world. That's right, Mr. Tim Frierson, and who will be a witness. And you also had another dynamic project that came out. Tim Frierson, the only one. I mean, that one right there, the only one. And I love that cover again. Yeah. Yeah, how you say that money gray. Yeah. Yeah, that project right there, only one. Uh,
Yes, sir.
uh, and now tell us about that project.
Well, it was produced by my good friend, very talented young man, brother Josh Miles produced that for me. I wrote it, the words, and he produced all the tracks and the background vocals, and he produced
Yeah,
that for me.
yeah. And I'm telling you, that one right there. I mean, cause see, you've got a variety of music styles and sound. You can take it and give us that traditional quartet sound. From back in the day, you give us that traditional quartet sound.
Yes,
And
sir.
then you come back and come back and give us a little bit more of a contemporary with the quartet feel.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and
And that's yes, sir.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yes, sir. That's that when you're around young guys such as brother Josh Miles, they keep you fresh on that sound. Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir. Yes, sir.
And yeah, and how was it to be able to work with these artists, and especially these young artists right now, like Josh Miles, who is blowing up in the gospel music industry, in the quartet industry with his projects? And I'm like, man, every time I turn around, he's on the charts, the music
Yes, yes,
charts.
sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
and by you be working along with him, how is it? Tell us how you give us your interpretation, because we want to hear from the artist.
Yes, sir. Working with Brother Miles is a very good experience. He's very talented, and he keep you fresh on the different sounds. Quartet sound has changed from back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and Brother Miles, he know all the latest sounds, and he could just keep you fresh and keep you updated if you want to
Yeah.
say so. Yes, sir.
All right. And you recorded with him in 2017 also. You did a project and that project, My God, and which I love because it gives you that fresh sound. You see what I'm saying? With that contemporary feel, with that contemporary feel quartet style.
Yes,
And tell us about that. Now that one right there, that one from 2017, man. Woo!
yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
powerhouse.
Yes, sir. I wrote that, and but I had the song arranged a different way. And Brother Miles, he called me and said, "Hey, man, I changed that song up." And he said, "I want to see how do you like it." And man, he sent me the tracks, and he changed the way I had it. And man, I fell in love with it. I fell in love
Yeah,
with that song. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. And I'm telling you, so many projects that you have. Tell us about writing the music. How does it just come to you, or is it just like you know how? Tell us about writing music. What it's like
Uh,
for you.
well, it's I'm gonna say it's a gift from the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of singers, lead singers, they don't write their own music. A lot of people can't write their own songs. So I must say this: it come from life experience, and it come from the gift of the Lord. But most of all, it come from life experience.
Right, right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow, wow. And I'm telling you that project, and then we can take it even further back. You know what I'm saying? You did projects with the Tim Frierson project. Now that one, 2012, man, that one, that one was a dynamic project, and I loved what you did with this I Need the Lord. Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, you did that quartet and that guitar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that one was my favorite right there.
Oh,
And
yes.
so many others, man, that you did blessings. I found love. Yeah, did
Oh,
that
yes,
one.
sir.
Now that's a
Yes, sir.
classic right there. I found love.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
He's real and Jesus cares. Stay
Yes,
with
sir.
me. Learning to be thankful. Glad you are my God and you made a way. I'm telling you
Yes, sir.
now. That's a wonderful project right there. And I'm telling you, if you all want to be blessed, I mean, go out to all the digital outlets. Now, how can they get your music?
Um, well, like you said, that everything is on the digital outlets, such as iTunes Music and Apple Music, or Spotify, and Amazon Music, wherever you can find your digital outlets. Just type in Tim Frierson and you'll find my music there.
Yeah, and
Yes,
yeah, man, and also those of you that would like to book Mr. Tim Frierson in the house, you can reach him at 662-523-8235. 662-523-8235. Is that correct, Tim?
yeah, yes, sir.
All right, all right. And I want to open up the phone lines. If anybody would like to give a shout out, hey, make sure you post it in the chat. If anybody would like to give a shout out to Mr. Frierson, I know so many out there already have tuned in and have posted and messages and showed their love. But also, you can type it in the chat, or I'm gonna put the number on the screen. The number is 860-461-7577. 860-461-7577. If you just want to give us a call here at the station, I'll patch you into Mr. Frierson. 860-461-7577 is the number, and we're here live. And hey, if you want to post it in chat, we'll make sure that we and we got Mr. Josh Miles is in the house. Mr. Josh
Yes, sir.
Miles is in the house. He said, "What's up, Tim?"
Uh, hey, that's my good friend, man. That's
Yeah.
my good friend, brother Josh.
Yeah, Josh, man, you doing it up in the gospel music industry. I mean, especially with our national recording artists right here, man. I mean, you producing and engineering all these different projects, that you have worked on. And uh, tell us, Mr. Frierson, in the gospel music industry, you work with so many that's in the gospel music industry, and tell us what it's like working with a different artist on the different projects.
Oh, yes, sir. It give you a challenge. When you can change your style and work with different artists, it's a challenge, and it make you feel good when the project and the song is finished. When you doing it with the different artists, and it come out and it sound real good, it make you feel real good when you succeed that challenge when working with
Yeah.
different artists.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, so great, so great, so great. Right here. And the telephone number is 860-461-7577. Once again, the telephone number is 860-461-7577. You can give us a call here at the station. And I think our screen just froze, but nevertheless, give us a call here at the station, 860-461-7577. And those of you that can, give us a call here at the station, and we'll be here to, reach out to you all and to give you all that good gospel music, and to pat you in with Mr. Frierson. Hey, Mr. Frierson, um,
Yes, sir.
tell us. Let's keep talking because they can definitely hear us.
Okay.
Our screen is kind of frozen there, but nevertheless, these internet connections. But yeah, uh, you know, uh, tell us some of the groups that you work with down through the years.
Uh, like I said, I work with the New Converted Voices, the Souls of Creation, and we had a chance to travel with Brother George Dean of the Gospel Four and Brother Lee Williams of the QCs.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, and what was it like, to be on these different concerts with all these different artists?
Oh man, words can't really explain, you
Mm-hmm.
know, being on the stage with the big guys, if you big boys, if you want to say the big boys.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. But you know, it makes you feel real good when the people receive you when you're traveling with those with the big groups.
Yeah.
Uh, and it just make you feel so good that you can share and the people can receive your message as well as the national groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Frierson, I'm gonna put this on. It says, "Do you ever?" And this is by Sandra Busby. Uh, do you ever feel that when you are beginning to change your style and sound, that you may be compromising the spirit's presence?
Uh, no, ma'am. No, 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 ma'am. I don't think so.
Yeah. I think I would like to add that too. Every one of us, all the different artists, whether it's Kurt Franklin, all the different artists, yourself, and they have different styles, you know what I'm saying? Because say for instance, if you in the East, one of your songs, uh a down home quartet song, hand clapping, foot stomping song may be good for you. And when you go down and down south, and you are doing concert, a country song might do well for you. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you go into some areas and some churches, now you have to know praise and worship. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I just saw the Gospel Legends and video on them, and they went back home in this church because they realized that this was a young church, a young, and they got that contemporary feel. And he took it back home. He went on praise and worship. See what I'm saying?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I really didn't. Now that you explained it a little bit, I was reading it off the screen. I couldn't really understand. But
yeah.
yes, I would like to answer her question by
Okay.
saying yes, yes, ma'am. Making a change in your ministry. Sometimes it's in different situations and different atmosphere. You have to change your song selection and when the spirit is moving, you have to make a change.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that's why it's good to not, and that's why I say that you have a vault of music and different styles. See what I'm saying? You got that quartet and that contemporary feel, to your songs, which is great. And because if you listen to all Mr. Tim Frierson songs, I mean, he could take it back to the quartet with a hand clapping, foot stomping, the guitar, you know, and then he could bring it back and to that contemporary feel. He did the project with Josh Miles, and I'm telling you, that project was awesome project that he
Yes, sir.
did, and that song was My God. Now, if you can go out to the digital downloads and listen to those projects and download those projects, My God, featuring Josh Miles, and then also taking it back to a quartet style, is the Tim Frierson project. That was an awesome project that you had out there. And that's what I'm saying is that when you go to different parts of the country, whether you're in national or international waters, sometimes you got to take it back and hit one of them oldies but goodies,
Yes,
I
sir.
some we can hear some artists, they say they go overseas and they want to hear, make you want to shout,
Yes, sir.
shout.
Yes,
They
sir.
like that up tempo,
Yes, sir.
that up tempo style gospel music. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta go back and take it back, and
Yes, sir.
go back to Amazing Grace. I want
Yes, sir.
everybody singing along with me. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what
yes, sir.
Mama used to be in the kitchen. Yeah, frying that chicken. She said, "Amazing Grace, how sweet
Yes,
the
sir.
sound."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When writing music, you have to be versatile because a lot of times in the audience you got different people that like different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So it's good. It's good to be versatile on your writing.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and so you got to have a song for. And then here's the thing: you may have a producer that say, "Hey, I got a song for you," and and we give tips in the music industry to all of our artists, and then also all of our fans out there. You might be in the studio, have a producer that say, "Okay, I got a song for you." Okay, you say, "Well, I'm about that song," but you know what I'm saying. But the producer wants to take you to the next level. See what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes,
If you got a country song, say I want you to do a country song, okay?
yes, sir.
And so that country song can go into the Southern gospel market, and it will just blow up. You know what I'm saying? Because Southern gospel, you got the quartet gospel. I mean, you got all these different styles, gospel music in the gospel music industry. It'll just blow up for you.
Yes, sir.
And now we're looking at some of the contemporary artists. Some of the contemporary artists, they go on back and they trying to do a little quartet.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Quartet is where it started.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir. You
yeah. So
can't get
all those
away.
things,
You can't
like
get away from your foundation.
like Kira Shear, and then also um uh Keith Wonderboy. He did a project with a choir, and
Yes,
they brought it back quartet. You see what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, sir. Yes.
And they had
Oh, yeah.
him come in to feature that particular song on a choir song.
Yes, sir. You know,
Because they
I, I was listening. They did an interview with Miss Whitney Houston mom, and they were asking her about quartet, and she said, "Oh my," she said, "Quartets was here when I was a little girl, and they'll be here when I'm gone."
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With the caravans and all those different gospel groups and things, they were
Yes, sir.
inspiration. Look at the
Yes,
Clark
sir.
sisters now.
Yes, sir.
The Clark
Yes, sir.
sisters, they doing a contemporary quartet feel type of music. And they have arrived and have and just look at their type of music. But
Yes, sir.
just to think contemporary artists, they're trying to come over and capture the quartet industry. This is why we as a quartet artists and fans, we've got to support artists like Tim Frierson, like Josh Miles, like the Porters, look, New Converted Voices, the Mighty Gospel Warriors, all
Yes, sir.
these different artists in the gospel music industry. We've got to support each other. If we can support one another, we can tackle that quartet market and be able to move it to a mainstream, because we've got so many people that love quartet in the gospel music industry. They will have no choice but to accept,
Yes, sir.
into the mainstream.
Yes, sir. When I go out to do my concerts, I'm surprised. I'll be overjoyed when the young people come up and they want to hear the quartet sound. You'll be surprised at how the young people they love that quartet sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
sir.
one of the things that they coming up with the contemporary, but what they doing, they sampling. They sampling off of the quartet, you know what I'm saying? The
Yes, sir.
drives, the runs. And you a drummer,
Yes, sir. Yes,
you a
sir.
drummer, and they sampling off of that little bit of piece, and they're taking it and they're running with it. You see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. That's right.
And so this is why we've got to be able to come up into the gospel quartet music industry and create new music for this new time, new music for the new time that's going to be versatile, that's going to be able to capture the audience of the young people and capture the audience of the middle-aged folks, capture the audience of folks that have been around some of our elders, and being able to be versatile in our music. And I like that what you did for your project. With this here, who will be a witness, and the new project that you got, who will be a witness, you went back and you took it and you twisted and made it up tempo, to today's time. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's what we love about your music. And I'm telling you, this project is going to go so far, and we're going to see you on the charts with this project. I'm telling you, it's going to do its thing all across the world. And I want all of our Vnetwork radio listeners, all the fans out there, go out to the digital downloads and all the digital outlets to get this project by Tim Frierson, who will be a witness. And don't forget, he's got other projects. The Only One, a single, The Only One, and so many other projects that he has out there. I'm telling you, he is great. Now, what's your favorite in the gospel music industry? All the songs that you have written down through you and you recorded, which one is your favorite?
I like the Only One. It's beginning to be one of my favorites.
Yeah. I'm telling you that project is awesome. Hey, do you want to say a little something to our fans that support you? And just before we get back to you, I want to make this announcement. We're gonna have Jay Span and the Span Brothers CD release coming up on May the 30th. It's gonna be featuring Mr. Tim Frierson. Yes, featuring Mr. Tim Frierson, Mr. George Dean, Josh Miles, the Alabama Girls, the Mighty Gospel Warriors, the Crowns of Joy, and the Meet Rio Brown and Connected, Annie and the Caldwells, and so many that's going to be there. But you're going to be featured on this gospel concert.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, we want you all to come on out to the New Birth Community Church, and that's in New Albany, Mississippi. Coming up on the 30th, and we want everybody to support this project, CD release project for James Span and the Span Brothers. Yes. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now taking it back, with your music releases, and things like that. Did you want to say something to your audience?
Oh, yes, sir. I would like to thank them for listening and purchasing my music, and I would like to encourage all of our listeners to keep God first, and He could show us and lead us and guide us all the way.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wonderful. And I want to put in. I'm gonna cue this one up, and I love this song right here.
Just who got me?
Yeah.
You went back on me, huh?
Yeah, that's the quartet feel right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That particular project was produced by my friend, brother Chris Parks.
All right. Now, I love that one right there. I want to bring that back on. Now, can you hear me? All right. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now that one right there. Now you brought it back. Let's talk about that one.
Yes, sir. I would like to give a shout out to my producer. He produced that album. His name is Chris Parks.
All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying is that you can take it back to time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
On those different
Yes, sir.
projects and go way and go deep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
But
sir.
if I had the opportunity tonight, man, I would just play all of your music tonight. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? But I want all of our V Network radio listeners to go out and download all the music. And I'm telling you, it's great. You know, Mr. Tim Frierson. Hey, promoters, if you need somebody to feature on your concert series, make sure you reach out to Mr. Tim Frierson. And he's doing it up nationally, international in the gospel music market. And you can reach out to him 662-523 8235 is the number. 662-523-8235, Mr. Tim Frierson. And you can book him and make sure you get him early because I mean he booked nonstop. And so make sure you give him a call 662-523 8235, Mr. Tim Frierson. All right, all right. And I'm gonna give you the last words, Mr. Frierson. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Brother Don, I would like to thank you for allowing me to share and come on your broadcast and talk about my music. And I really want to say thank you. And
Yeah,
to all the listeners, I would like to continue to tell everybody to keep praying that God, He still hears our cry, and He's the answer to all our problems.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Thank you so much, and God bless you. And look forward to seeing some of the videos that you normally post out there on your concert series. I'm telling you, they're awesome. Keep up the
Yes,
good
sir.
work on your social media.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, promoting your gospel music and what you do in the gospel music industry. Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Hey, thank you so much. And God bless everybody. Hey, don't forget tomorrow night, everyone. Tomorrow night, come on back. Come on back. We're gonna have Pastor Tim Rogers gonna be in the house on tomorrow night. Yep, tomorrow night. Yep, there's the flyer. Hey, make sure you all share the flyer. Share the flyer tomorrow night. We're gonna have Pastor Tim Rogers will be in the house. And don't forget, coming up on the next week, on the 1st, we've got Mr. Michael Boone coming in, another dynamic gospel artist that's going to be on with us, and so many others that's going to be in with us coming up real soon. We want you all to share the broadcast, share all the flyers that we have out there. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're going to have Pastor Tim Rogers, and the following week on the 1st we're going to have Mr. Michael Boone on. And then the following, on the 31st, we've got the chosen few out of Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, the chosen few out of Omaha, Nebraska. So I'm telling you, we got powerhouse, so many different artists in the gospel music industry, and I'm telling you, we bring on the best in gospel music. All the hits, we play all those hits. Yeah. And thank you so much, Mr. Tim Frierson, and God bless you. Join us. Feel free to join us tomorrow night on V Network Radio. We got Mr. Pastor Tim Rogers coming in, and let's support. I want all V Network Radio artists, and I want our fans to support. All right, we'll see y'all. And I want to say thank you before we go to all of our sponsors. Thank you to HOD Radio World Network. Yes, HOD Radio World Network. We're going international tonight. Tonight we're streaming international in Africa, Nigeria, all those different international countries. And tonight we're streaming live. Also want to thank our affiliate WNet Radio and V Network Radio. And also we want to thank our sponsor, Mr. The Neighborhood Insurance Guy. Yes, Mr. Joshua McLean. He's the neighborhood insurance guy. If you are an artist out there and you need insurance, All right. If you are artists out there, you need insurance, life insurance, you going from state to state and traveling, and you give Mr. Joshua McCain a call, 800-674-2709, 800-674-2709, the neighborhood insurance guy, and make sure you give him a call. All right. All right, y'all. God bless you all. And we'll see y'all again tomorrow night with Pastor Tim Rogers will be in the house. All right. Thank you. Thank everybody. And once again, I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Frierson. Take care.